Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Meta Business Suite training. My name is Mark Krebs. I'm a team leader with Team Sunset, part of Team Empire. I've been with Archer and Evolution Travel for the past 22 months, but I have been a travel agent for the past 9.5 years. So I've got a lot of experience with social media and using the Meta Business Suite, basically from its inception to schedule my posts and run my posts through the Meta Business Suite. For those of you who don't know me, again, I am one of the team leaders for Team Sunset, which is part of Team Empire, which is Emily Jimenez's Platinum team. We are also part of Team Rising Tide. So thank you guys, everybody, for coming in to tonight's training. So really looking forward to doing this training for you all this evening. So let's start out with the basics, because I noticed that there were a lot of people that do not have a Facebook business page set up yet. So let's go ahead and go over how to do that. So the first thing that you want to do before you can use the Meta Business Suite is to set up a business page. So in Facebook, you go up here to the 9 dots up in the upper right-hand side where it says menu. All you have to do is click on that and then click on page. And this is where you're going to create a new page. So you're going to create a page name. So that's going to be your business name. So mine is 72 and Sunny Travel. You're going to put a category. So for all of us, it would be travel agency. And then you're going to put a bio for the page that tells people a little bit about what you do. And then you're going to create the page. And that's as simple as it gets of how you're going to create your Facebook business page. So let me get into mine here, and I'll show you guys what mine looks like. So I have a nice cover photo on my page that I created in Canva with my name, my title, my phone number, my email address, which is covered up by my profile picture. But my email address is listed in my about. And then my Instagram, and then my location. And then my bio picture, which is what I use for everything. This page has been up for about 14 months now, and I have 436 followers on it, 378 likes. So it's taken me a while to get all of these followers. A lot of them are not my family and friends. A lot of them are people who I have reached out to. Some of them are my family and friends, but a lot of them, I have my Facebook business page linked to my Calendly. So it goes directly to that after my prospects go and schedule a meeting with me. So that is how I get a lot of my followers, because you never know when people are going to want to book a trip. So instead of it just going to a thank you page, I have it come straight to my Facebook business page to advertise my services as well. So for those of you who aren't team building, you can just set up your Facebook business page and start inviting your friends and family. Now over here, when you're actually in your page, these are all going to be lit up: the professional dashboard, the insights, the settings. There is an ad center where you can run paid ads and you can create ads. That's something that I have played around with a little bit, but I really don't recommend it. Just because I didn't get the engagement that I was expecting from the paid ads that I paid for, so I'm not doing it anymore. It's something that if you have the money to spend and you can target a larger audience, then by all means, you want to try it, go ahead. I had some free credit from Meta that I was using. I paid $20 and I had $20 in free credit. So they doubled my money. So that's why I did ad. So let's go ahead and switch into my page to start managing it. So you see how once I switched into my page, I can start managing it through the professional dashboard. I can start looking at my insights. I can start looking at the settings, or I can go into the Meta Business Suite, or I can go into my lead center. Lead center is more advanced. We're not going to get into that tonight. You can see once I switched into it, my profile picture or my avatar, my logo went down further so people can actually see my email address, quotes at 72andsunnytravel.com. You do have the option to promote your page and make it a paid promotional page as well. But again, I don't recommend doing that. So, Zoe, for what you would put under website, you can use your Evo website to start with. I have my own personal website that I use. So, Tanya, I don't use the calendar that's offered within the Facebook business page. No. I use my Calendly to schedule everything, whether it's clients or agents or prospects. So that's how I manage all of my meetings. So it's got an intro, the type of page it is. I do have my address on here because people like it to be localized. This is something that you do not have to do. I don't worry because I live in a small town. And so people like to know where exactly I'm located. I've got my phone number on here, another email address for people to get in touch with me at, my Instagram, my YouTube link, my X link, or my Twitter link. You can have multiple websites on here as well. So I've got my link tree where people can go to my affiliate sites. They can go to all sorts of information, and that's a whole nother training that I do as well. But people can go to my Linktree site, or they can go to my main website at 72andsunnytravel.com. Calendly, you can have one free calendar before it makes you pay. I have the professional edition. I pay $12.99 a month for that so that I can have multiple calendars. I currently have 4 calendars set up on it because I use it for my informational meetings because I'm a team builder and a team leader. I have one for agent meetings, I have one for client meetings, and I have one for weddings and honeymoon meetings. So I have multiple calendars on my Calendly. You can put your working hours on here. I'm always open. We offer online bookings through the affiliate links. We're a moderate price range is what I like to put, so as not to scare off clients with being a higher price range. And then I've got a rating of 4.6 stars on Facebook. I need to figure out why that is. I should have a rating of 5, so I need to look at that. These photos are photos that I have posted or Branch Up has posted for me that go straight to the business page. That's another reason why you want to have a business page, so that Branch Up can post to this for you.
So do you post these in the Meta Business Suite, or are you posting them just on your page?
So Branch Up will automatically post them to my page, to my business page.
Okay, so then do you put your own pictures into Branch Up?
Nope. Branch Up
Okay.
posts the pictures as well. So I create my own post for my mock bookings, like right down here from November 19th, 2023. This was my own picture. I didn't create it. I stole it from somebody else. But this was a picture that I used that I scheduled to post on November 19th to around Black Friday to try to entice some people to come and use me for booking their Christmas present on vacation. And it worked. I got a few bookings for Christmas vacation. I have several different pages hooked and linked to my business page, such as Alignable, which is a networking site. I just became highly recommended on Alignable by having 15 recommendations by other businesses today. So that's a big deal for me. It's going to bring in more.
Can Alignable somehow be linked, you're saying, or no?
Yes, Alignable is linked.
Okay. Yeah, because I signed up for them about 6 months ago myself, and I think I'm about 2 votes away from getting that badge.
Yep. Alignable is linked. As you can see right up here, it says published by Alignable 44 minutes ago. My agent, Michelle, was actually the 15th person to recommend me. So it was a nice little surprise for me to see that pop up on my email this afternoon. So thank you, Michelle, for that.
You are welcome. I'm surprised I actually did it because I didn't know what I was doing.
Hey, I'm glad you did. So Tanya says, I'm also in a small town and feel safe to put my address on the Google business page but you're unsure about doing that on Facebook. You haven't had any issues with it? No, I haven't. I live in a small college town and I haven't had any issues with it at all. Lords is having issues with Branch Up to connect to your business page. I can help you out with that, Lords. I will put my Calendly link into the chat at the end. Set up a time to meet with me, and I can help you out with that. So I can definitely help get that set up for you. Yeah, no problem. So, but then you see that everything published by Branch Up, it's going to say published by Branch Up, but everything leads right back to you when you click on the link. I haven't been doing very many mock bookings as of late. I need to change that and schedule my posts. I do have a scheduled travel quote every day that goes out at 9 a.m. So right here is one of my scheduled posts, and I'm going to show you guys how to schedule posts tonight. Because you can schedule posts up to 30 days in advance. So you can basically do your entire social media posting for up to 30 days in advance and do it once a month.
So is what you'll show us inside the business suite, or is it
Yes.
a different platform?
It's inside the business suite. So this is just a little rundown of what gets posted to my page on a daily basis. Here's another quote that was posted yesterday. Sometimes Branch Up posts 1 time a day. Sometimes it posts 4 or 5 times a day, just depending on the day. So you'll see, but if you click on this link, it's going to actually lead right back to you as the agent. It's not going to lead directly to Virgin Voyages. It's going to lead back to a page to you. So, and I'll just show you here. I just clicked on that Virgin Voyages link, and you see how it has all of my contact information from Branch Up so that the client can contact me to take advantage of this deal. So you scroll all the way down, and it's going to have my footer on there as well, with all the right information that we have for Archer, with the CST number, the Florida registration number, the Hawaii and the Washington number as well. And then I have the email newsletter set up through Branch Up as well that prospective clients can sign up for as well. They can contact me through Facebook Messenger, through my webpage, or through email. But everything leads back to you when you're posting through Branch Up. So that's why it's so important to keep your information current with Branch Up, such as your phone number, your email address, your social media profiles, and your website, because everything will lead directly back to you and not to the main travel company. Zoe, talk to your mentor about how to create business cards. Or when I put my Calendly into the chat later on, set up a time to meet with me and I can work with you on that as well. Susan, the Branch Up posts do not show in Alignable, no. They only show on the Facebook business page and in your LinkedIn business page if you have that hooked in as well. So Blanca, you'll get the hang of it. And what I'm going to show you guys tonight is how to schedule those posts and how to use these tools to your advantage so that you can get more followers to your pages. So let's just take a look at the professional dashboard so I can show you guys what kind of insights you get. It actually gives you an idea of how well your posts are doing. So my posts in the last 28 days, I have 436 total followers, 762 people reached, 115 people engaged on my post, so liked, commented, shared, and then I got 21 new page liked. Apparently, I need to provide more info and preferences. I've got 1 step left on that. But I reached 92 people with my walking 10,000 miles of world is better than reading 10,000 scrolls of books from yesterday. That was the Chinese proverb that I posted yesterday. And 5 people engaged with the content. So that was my best content in the last 28 days. You can take a look at your page's content. So I gained 26 new followers in the last 28 days. I've had 43 reactions, 16 comments, 32 shares, 2 photo views, and no link click. So I need to work on that. So that gives you an idea of what you need to work on in order to get more engagement with your page.
Mark, quick question
Yeah.
here. In your time of doing this now, because I know 'cause I've had my page now for almost the same time I've been an agent, which has been about 2 years. Have you noticed over the time that certain posts obviously catch the eye of people more than others? Like myself, I find when I do those, I lost the word, the title, but those silly ones that, memes. When I post silly travel related memes, they seem to get the most. Like I remember this one I posted that had the beach saying, I'd rather spend hours at the beach instead of hours behind a desk. That got over 1,000 likes, like really quick. Have you noticed the same thing? Basically, it's still travel related, but not directly travel related, if you kind of know where I'm going.
Yep, I know exactly where you're going, and you are exactly right. People like the humor in that. And then you've got to pair it with something directly travel related as well. To gain more interest. So pair it with a beach vacation mock booking. And you can get some good link clicks that way. But yes, those silly travel related memes are one way to go in order to get more engagement. So yes, I have noticed that. Blanca, to answer your question, where I got into this, I went into the professional dashboard to get into my insight. So that's where I went. Now you can look at your content from your past 90 days and you can compare content. So like some of my content from Branch Up is not doing very well, but my quotes are doing very well because people are engaging with these quotes more and it's reaching more people. So I'm looking at this and I'm seeing something more that I can use to tailor my Branch Up to gain more engagement with that information rather than having it all come out and having everything selected for Branch Up and then having like no content views on it or only reaching 10 people like on the Virgin Voyages post from yesterday, where I only had 10 people reached versus my 92 on the Chinese proverb. You can also take a look at your audience and see this is based on the total followers of your page or profile. You can see the breakdown of men and women, what age group, where they're located. I mean, you can see all of this. I've got people all over the world, Nairobi, Kenya, I didn't even expect that. Just looking at this. I expected Sioux Falls. I expected Elk Point. I expected Vermilion because those are areas that are close to me.
Mark, another quick question here.
Yeah.
I know when I originally joined and was told to get this page set up, and then of course the link branch up to it and everything, I was told that it more satisfied Facebook's analytics, so your page would remain up. Does the fact that you are getting as much interaction with your posts, I guess, help nail that that nail further in to solidify that? Yeah, Facebook better not touch your page and leave it up.
So what Branch Up is really doing for you is it's actually showing people that you are a professional travel agent and you have consistent content coming in. And that's what's going to drive bringing in more followers to your page. It's not necessarily a analytics thing, in my opinion. It's more of the fact that you need this content to show people that you are a true travel agent that is posting deals and posting content, travel related content on a consistent basis. Because I have another page. I was the radio voice for the Elk Point Jefferson Huskies here in South Dakota. And I have another page that Facebook has left alone, even though I've been inactive on it pretty much for the last year. But I'm still getting engagement on the page, but Facebook has left it alone. So it's not really an analytics thing.
Okay, because I just thought that, like you stated with your other page, that if a page becomes dormant after a certain amount of time and any and all activity dies along with it, that they would pull it.
No, Facebook will not pull pages if they die. We have a team chat that's all but dead right now for Team Sunset, and Facebook will not pull that down. So
then shows you the money they have to keep that space available. They might as well clear it out.
Right. So yeah, it's more of a, how do I put this? It's more of a way to keep the pages active rather than take the time to delete them. Now you can go in and delete them manually yourself if you want. If you ever get out of the business, you can delete the pages manually. That is something that you can do. But with Branch Up continuously posting to your page, it is showing that you are a professional. It is showing that you have content coming in. But you've got to mix in your own content as well in order for it to be good content. Do you see what I'm saying there?
Oh yeah, completely. And I do know that I need to get off my butt and do a little bit more.
So you recommend that when you do mock bookings that they go on the business page? Because I've heard both ways.
And then correct, and then share them from your business page. When they make sure you're following your own business page so that you can share them to your personal page as well.
Okay.
Because what I do with my quotes is when I see them pop up at 9 o'clock in the morning, I will share them I will just click the share button, and I will post them to my personal page as well.
So that's the basic rule too. Like I also do with my LinkedIn, when I create anything, I do it on my business page, and then I share it on, it goes to my personal page and so forth.
Exactly. Same rule applies. So, Katie, I am not going to go over how to set up a business account on Instagram, but it is the same concept as Facebook, because they are both owned by Meta. So, it's going to be a similar concept. You just have to go onto Instagram and set up a business account on there. So it's very simple to do. You just connect it to your personal account, and then you can link your business Facebook page to your business Instagram page. And I may show you guys how to do that as well. Show you where the connection is. I'm not sure. That's a good question. If there aren't, I will make one. And I'll get it posted to the team chat. So, but let's keep on moving. So that's the professional dashboard. So let me go back into this. Now let's go into the Meta Business Suite itself. We're not even going to touch the Ads Manager or the Ad Center tonight, because like I said before, you guys don't need to worry about that. So let's look at the Meta Business Suite. This is where you guys should be working in. Okay. This is where you can manage all of your marketing content. You can see all your posts and reels from the last 60 days right in here. Okay. If you want to create ads, you can. And if you do, you can see your last ads from the last 60 days right here. You can reach out to people who are not connected to your page right down here to grow your audience. You can reach out to your existing network. So you just click on the invite friends button, and it's going to bring up your friends list. You click on select all, and you invite friends. And this is going to invite from your personal account. Latanya, Meta charges you $2 several times a day when you boost a post, because you're just boosting it for a short time when you're boosting a post. It's their way of making money. I don't ever boost posts because you're sending it to the top of their algorithm when you're doing it. So, and you're sending it to the top of the pages. That's why. Yeah, I don't like to boost my posts. In fact, I never do. So, just for that reason. So I just clicked on select all. I'm going to invite my friends right now. It's that simple. You can also share your Instagram profile on Facebook. So you can let your Facebook followers know that you're on Instagram with a business page. This is your notifications page. This is where you're going to see all your comments on your posts. This person just randomly started commenting on my page or on my posts from Branch Up. or when you see people share your post. Harvey Wall is one of our trainers for Team Empire, and he liked my photo from Branch Up. You can see people who follow you. I had a scheduled post that went out. I don't even remember what post it was. I got mentioned by Drew Santiago, the mayor of Funville, in a post. He mentioned me and other followers in a post a week ago. So you can see all your notifications right here. If you get messages, you go to your inbox. And this is similar to the Facebook Messenger. I got this message from someone, from a prospect this afternoon or this morning who is not eligible for the program. So I'm just going to delete the message. Because Egypt is not one of the countries that we work with. So I'm just deleting the message and it goes away. But you can see them on Messenger or on Instagram. If you have a WhatsApp number connected, you can see your WhatsApp messages. Yes, that's absolutely right, Tanya. Boosting can get expensive if you don't pay attention. You can see your Facebook comments and your Instagram comments. This planner lets you see what is planned to go out on certain days. So you can see my 9 a.m. post. So for tomorrow, my 9 a.m. post. It will also tell you when your Instagram and Facebook followers are most active. So that's when you want to schedule your post for it, is when your Instagram and Facebook followers are most active. And I'll show you guys how to do that.
And now, of course, the time we see is your local time, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
You can actually schedule posts for your personal page now, just not in the Bennett Business Suite, Katie, but there is a way that you can schedule posts for your personal page now. I just haven't been able to play around with it yet. So as you can see, my 9 a.m. posts end on the 23rd. I need to get in there tonight and do my next 30 days worth of posts, which I'm not looking forward to doing. But it's got to be done because this is more content that I'm creating and my followers seem to like it. And I've gotten a lot of comments on it and compliments on the quotes that I've been finding. Click on content and you can see when you publish stuff. You can see your scheduled stuff. Don't worry about any of this stuff, the stories, the A/B tests, the feed and grid mentions and tags, clips, or the Facebook photo collections. Don't worry about any of that. Don't worry about the ads, the insights you can look at down the road, the search or the settings. But let's go back to the home page. This is what you want to focus on. So as you guys can see, I've got both my Facebook and my Instagram business pages set up to work with they're both connected. So I can schedule for both apps. An ad account is when you have advertisements running. And that can cost you a lot of money if you're not careful. I did a test run with $40, 20 of mine, 20 of Meta's. And I didn't get the results that I was looking for because it only went to an additional 1,500 people in Messenger and on Facebook. So I didn't get the results that I wanted. I only got 2 messages from people asking about my services. I got no quote requests. So for the amount of work that I put into my ads, my return on investment was not good. So I would not do that again. So Chris, it's on your personal page itself. I'm not exactly sure where it is on your personal page. Like I said before, I haven't played with it yet. So I really couldn't tell you exactly where it is on your personal page. So I'm going to go over how to do it on your business page though, right now. So to schedule a post, you're first going to create a post in your Meta Business Suite. You're going to click on Create Post. You're going to select where to post to. You should have it set up if you have your Instagrams connected to your Facebook business page. You should have these 2 selected. If you are the manager of a Facebook group, then you can have that posted. I am the manager of a private group called Vermillion, South Dakota and surrounding area small businesses that I post everything to. Now I can see more groups. I could post to my Talk of the Town group if I wanted to on Small Business Mondays. Of course, my posts have to be approved for Small Business Mondays, and those are the only days I can post anything like that. I don't post in Golden Tickets. I don't post in Classic Community. I don't post in Marnie's group, Certificate Workshop and Marketing Ideas. I don't post in the Sandos Hotels and Resorts. And I don't post in the Elk Point community chat because I found that they don't like my posts in there for some reason. So I usually just keep it to my group, the Vermillion, South Dakota and surrounding area small businesses. You're going to add your photos or add a video. You're going to write out your text. Now, to schedule it, this is where you can schedule it for up to 30 days. You're going to click on this set date and time. If you want to schedule it for the active times for your pages, you're going to click on the active times here. You need to make sure that you are being active on Facebook and posting so that your algorithm shows you active times for Facebook. Right now, I haven't been very active, so I have no active times to show. So I've got to pick times that I think are going to be active on Facebook. But as you can see here on Instagram, tomorrow at 11 a.m., Friday at 4 p.m., Tuesday at 4 a.m. are the active time for people on Instagram. So if I was going to post to Instagram, I would click on the tomorrow at 11 a.m. And then I would click schedule, and then that's it. Or if I wanted to post it now, I just would not select the set date and time. I would just click on the publish. And it would publish immediately. And it's that simple to publish from the Facebook business page, the Meta Business Suite. If you're doing an Instagram post, make sure that you have it less than 2,000 characters, because that is the character limit. Otherwise, you're unlimited on Facebook. Make sure to check the desktop and the mobile versions too when you're posting, to make sure that it looks good to your clients and your prospective client. And you can preview the feeds on both Instagram and Facebook. So Susan asks, how do you connect Instagram to Facebook Messenger? So if you go to settings and you go to pages, or to Instagram accounts, excuse me, and you just click add Instagram account. Make sure that it's a business account that you've already set up. And that's all you have to do. It's that simple. So settings, Instagram accounts, add Instagram account. You are not able to add a personal IG account to the business account on your Facebook business page. No. It has to be an Instagram business account. Now you can share from your Instagram business account to your Instagram personal account. You just have to go in and do it manually like you do for your Facebook. But that is a walk through the Meta Business Suite and the important uses of it and the important areas that you guys will be using the most. Are there any other questions about using the Meta Business Suite? Any of the features that I showed you guys, how to use the data that you see, how to schedule the posts, anything like that?
Okay, my question would be, you mentioned your daily motivational type posts.
Mm-hmm.
You're actually going out and finding those, and then you're scheduling them as a regular post, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I have found a list of 365 daily motivational travel quotes that I printed out, and I'm just working down the list.
Thank you.
No problem.
Now, you had mentioned, obviously, since Instagram is also owned by Meta, that we can link it to, as long as it's a business account as well, to our business page now, even though it says, you said you can take your post as long as you meet the verbiage limit. Whatever you post on the Facebook page will go to the Instagram feed. Now, is that also the other way around?
No, it is not.
Okay.
So if you post it on Instagram, it will not connect back to Facebook. So because Facebook was around before Instagram, so it doesn't back post. Now you can copy and paste from that Instagram post and put it into your Facebook feed and do it that way. But it won't automatically post back from your Insta account.
Mark, I had asked.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I had asked in the feed, but I don't know if you saw it or not. I'm having a hard time linking my branched up to my business page. Does it take some time for that to happen, or is it instantaneous?
No, it's instantaneous. I'm gonna put my Calendly link into the chat box right now. Okay. Set up a time to meet with me.
Okay.
And we'll get it figured out.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. There we go. For those of you who needed help getting branch up or business cards, I noticed were the two questions that we weren't going to cover tonight. There's my Calendly link. Go ahead and set up a time to meet with me in the next couple of days. And I will be more than happy to help you guys out. I'm doing a training tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific time, and I'm doing my team's Q&A at 4 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow. But otherwise, I am pretty much free all day. So, I will be posting the recording to all the team chats, and it will be on my YouTube page here later on tonight. So for your, Jeanette, for your new business page name, it's just going to be facebook.com/ whatever your business page name is. So mine is facebook.com/ 72 and Sunny Travel. Once it gets fully set up, it'll be whatever your business page name is. Yep, exactly. No problem. Are there any other questions tonight? Yeah, no problem, Michelle. Well, if there are no other questions, guys, let me put my Facebook information into the chat box, just in case you guys need to reach out to me with any other questions. There is my Facebook profile. Feel free to follow or friend me on there, and you guys can reach out to me with any other questions about the Meta Business Suite. I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. Otherwise, if you guys don't have any other questions, thank you all very much for being here tonight. I do trainings every Tuesday night at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Next week is, what am I training on next week? I don't even remember. Next week, it's the Branch Up e-marketing newsletter feature. So I will be training on that next week. So thank you all very much for being here. I really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your evening and good luck with your new journey as travel agents. Thank you all very much. Have a great rest of your evening.
You as well. Bye-bye.